Back in 2009, 3 economists set out to understand the wage gap by following a group of MBA graduates from the University of Chicago's Booth School of Business. They looked at thousands of men and women who graduated between 1990 and 2006. And their data showed that men had slightly higher salaries right out of the gate. 1 year out of business school, women were making an average salary of $115,000, while men earned $130,000. But 9 years out of business school, things looked really different. Men were earning an average salary of $400,000, while women were earning 60% less.
The graph shown demonstrates the wage gaps for each group and are calculated based on median earnings from the U.S. Census Bureau and thus do not necessarily represent each individual woman's personal experience. In particular, the 90-cent earnings figure for Asian women likely underestimates the wage gap experienced by women belonging to many Asian subgroups. For example, for every $1 earned by white non-Hispanic men, Filipino women earned 83 cents, Tongan women earned 75 cents, and Nepali women earned 50 cents. The larger wage gaps for most women of color reflect the compounding negative effects of gender bias as well as racial and/or ethnic bias on their earnings. The gender wage gap is more than just a few cents. The most frequent way of discussing the wage gap in terms of dollars and cents may unintentionally obscure the real impact on working women and their families. For context, a woman working full-time year-round earned $10,194 less than her male counterpart on average in 2018. If this wage gap were to remain unchanged, she would earn about $407,760 less than a man over the course of a 40-year career. Again, these earnings gaps are larger for most women of color.
So, woman-owned businesses make 34% less in their first year than male-owned businesses. Even after their first year, woman-owned businesses experience a slower rate of revenue growth. While many variables may lead to this severe difference in earnings, one factor could be the additional financial obstacles women face. The average business loan amount women entrepreneurs secured in 2019 decreased from $48,341 to $40,513. A lack of sufficient funding options can mean limited resources, which can impact everything from a business appearance to the number of employees a woman is able to hire. It also impacts the amount a business is able to spend on advertising and marketing. Due to COVID, female-dominated industries such as hair salons, nail salons, gyms, restaurants, and retail stores were all forced to temporarily close their doors during the early months of the pandemic. This caused a significant loss in their revenue. Now more than ever, women-owned companies need community support. Thank you so much for watching today's video. We will post some restaurants that you guys can check out on our Google Classroom. And if you still want to find more woman-owned businesses, just a tip, many of them will identify themselves as woman-owned on Yelp.